come see it. Pins them here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Yeah.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. Black shot.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
On the double. Black ultra.
Love looking to throw it. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Love now to pass on 1st down. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's second down.
Ready?
Here's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burke. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
There again is Cooks, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with it. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge is a successful one. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From the 31, Love. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
On the ready?
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. Williams loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive in the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the option, here's Montgomery. Oh, he bowls over it. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 18-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Montgomery on the counter. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Love. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure we're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force enough.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Love now. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action this time with Love. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Right.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that was